All right, let's get into the V, which connects us to the alien nation and those types of things. But this connects us to part 5 on Empire Strikes Back, which is the Ice Age and Hoth Planet and such. And we see Mayha, the Make America Healthy Again, RFK with the buff body. That's the hot part. And we see the Ice Age with birthright citizenship coming in for the ice planet on that side. So I did a part 1 on Star Wars connections. The V, the 22 on Revelation 22 to the Alphabet 26 that I've talked about or whatever. And this is back in 2021 when I started putting all this together, when I was taken up into the high space and shown kind of what was coming as far as the 2020 vision, 3 nights of dreams of numbers that I was given that made me sick for a couple weeks, and then I was given these other visions and dreams and such of some other things, but it all happened from like start to finish on one spectrum for 6 months or so, and then ever since then something has been inside me, in a matter of speaking, and I have to break this thing of whatever I've been given. Okay, so as I'm being thrown through this time tunnel, and I know where we are with the trumpet sounding and the corona dark sun and all those things shown as that abomination shown on the first side, these things are going to crunch in time and overlay on our reality and take us into a new age of America and the new age of the United States. And we're living in a time where these things came from, in a way. We lived in a blend of these. Now we're going to be going into that United States, and Jesus is the knight with the shining armor and all those things, and the people, they're expecting the knight to save them and not looking for the knight out there and knight up in the sky on a white horse, all this stuff, while the knight, that light, shines in us, that dark light, the night light. And this is where the people are shown this, that, and the other. It's demons, it's Satan, it's Illuminati, it's Buddha, it's Jesus, it's Muslim, whatever side of the religious spectrum you're shown. All these things are going to be overlaying as the image is given life and seared your consciousness and your program and whatever. And this is where your program is going to show you where you're at. You're just going to flip out in different ways and whatever else. So as you flip out, you might get turned back on and get your light going again as your light turns on in the dark area. And once it may flicker and flutter because it's been a while. It's that fluorescent bulb, right? And the fluorescent bulb, they go, okay? And then it turns on the fluorescent rise-cent. Okay, all these things work together, but that's that light that's flickering on and off, and it's going out and coming in, and that's where the Satan has been cast down to the ground. Okay, so and Satan and the devil, they come as the lion, and Jesus is the Lion of Judah. He says he's Amen. All these things work together: the positive, the negative, the love, the hate. They are all working together to push and pull. They're all one in the same, while different. We're all the same, but different. So the dark side and the Jedi Force, they're all the same, but different. And that's the dark versus the light. And Star Wars connects us to 77, which is going to be 48 years old this year. As far as the King Spirit being dead too, which connects to the 42, and that's the 24 you're in for the 9/11 coming up for this anniversary. And then 83 connects to Biden being 83 this year, and the 83 is the flip side of the 38, and that can connect you to Godzilla 38 episodes, or it can connect you to an 83-minute movie or a 38-minute movie, those types of things. Also with the 1980 for part 5. Told you that's the 89 mirror. The mirror on the backside, that's the birth, and it's going in and out of one way. And that's where you have the birth of the corona, the dark sun on one side, And then you're being pushed through the dragon and the Bruce Lee spirit that connects you to the China, and all those things going to be birthed on this side as the warrior and the scholar come back to back and fight in the dojo, and that's dojo is in the doge in one way. And we went and gathered and practiced our form and our arts the past however many years since we were given the dojo, with the Don first and then the Joe Biden, or Joe Biden, and that den is that dinner, that last supper, and that last sub pair is going to be soon enough for that hunt for the Red October for the Phantom Menace, and the Phantom Menace connects you to the Star Wars Part 1 in 1999. That's the 666 flip. And that takes you back to the 26 years. And so this is where we see that 26 overlap with the Revelation 22 and the alphabet 26 letters. So that's the Oz, the A to Z, all those types of things, okay? And then 2002, 2005. The 22 for that V time frame, and the 20 crown 2, and that 2 is for the crowning on the second wind that he for his second coming, and then that's actually the 1, 2, 3 on the Roman numerals with the 3 totals or whatever. So that's where you'd have Dawn, then Biden, and then Dawn again. So that'd be the third time lining up for that 2000 or the 2002 or however you want to say it, but. And then also you can break it down depending which side of the matrix you want to like focus on or tune in on, would be how you can break down the legend in a matter of speaking. And then also all the first ones, the part 4, 5, 6, May 25th, May 21st, May 25th. Okay, that's the 525, 521, 525, and then we're in that time frame for the May Day. And then also that's an old thing. So the 77, that connects you to the 49. The 49 connects you to the day after the 48, coming up for the presidency, and we're in that day 2 for the 24 to the 48 gap for when you're going into a nighttime. You've been so-called partying it up on one spectrum. This is like the world spectrum or whatever, to where it has to go in for a little rest. So the part 1, 2, and 3, those are overlaid at the same time as the 4, 5, and 6. And what's going on is like this birth of the man-child is being done, like with Elon Musk being shown here. And this is where the people are giving birth to this man-child, as far as a matter of speaking. Is like, hey, I think we're in end times or whatever kind of thing, right? And then people might be seeing like Elon Musk as this bad guy, and Trump may not know who he is or whatever, but this is where we can have like the two lights, the son versus the father kind of thing coming in, and then where he's hanging him by the heel over the fire, and that open fire where Elon can be taken out, and he has all these enemies and all those types of things going on. So and then also if Elon gets taken out, or if Don gets taken out, however, they can use the Neuralink to bring them back, and that would play in that carnal existence of as a deadly head wound or whatever kind of thing, or he falls down the stairs, then he brings back the Neuralink, the coma, all those kind of things. Okay, so I've gotten into these things before. We're seeing these things kind of play out in a weird reality and sequence of mirrors as we're being crunched through this as spiritual into carnal. So as these things are going on, this is where people are being picked up in the time continuum, or they're hopping in that telephone time booth, basically, with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, right? And we're about to land in that theater show where you got the Abraham Lincoln over here and Napoleon over here, and they're liking Trump to Napoleon on one video I saw or whatever. And that's that Neapolitan ice cream, the 3-in-1. That 3-in-1, that Holy Spirit that's banned. Well, Holy Spirit's part of the 3-in-1, I should say, but you gather it all together in the Spirit, okay? Then you have your words that you speak, and you can be naughty or nice with those. The 2015, 2017, 2019, and the 9 is the flip on the 6, okay? But those also connect you from the 83 now to the 83 on Dawn for the 2029 time frame. So this is where we see this sequence of Star Wars or whatever, and we see all these offshoots of Star Wars going out, and then we can see in these same years, this can be a guide for us, and it can break off to the other trilogies and septilogies, or what, sextilogies, what do they call them for these movies that have 6, 7, 8 parts or whatever. But and all these will also show us a sequence to the Roman numeral system and all those different things. So it's either way, the Rogue One, the Solo 18, 2018, that's 128 P-Still, and the 128 P-Still is going to connect you to some things this year, and then that basically they kind of wrap things up, then open them up, and next year 2026 is a time sequence that connects us to 28, because it's the 2026, which equals the 8. All right, and it's also a 12, and that's where you have the 25 on 9/11 coming in 2026. Okay, so the 25 on 9/11, that is in sequence that we're seeing now play out and wrapped up and delivered in different ways. Okay, so the 6 times 2 to be those times, whatever, right? You're being given a gift here where you're opening it up. As you're opening up, things are being wrapped up for you. As it's being wrapped up for you, the aha moment, okay? So all these things are kind of going on. So as the 2026, the 12, the times, all right, that lined up where you're 25 on the 9/11, okay? And that's when the big shebang or whatever would be like kind of coming out as the 2 witnesses are coming to stop the rain in one way, but as the 2 witnesses come to stop the rain, this is within y'all, but that's also with the Doge and the Dawn and the Doge, Elon Musk, that'd be part of the Enoch, and then you have RFK, that would be the Moses coming back or whatever, but that would be the 2 witnesses coming to stop the rain. As to stop the rain, that's when the dogs go wild, wild times, everything's off leash, all those types of things as it's off leash. So anyways, the part 7, 8, and 9, those have the V on them as well, as far as the Twin Towers and the 3 towers. And then the 9 has the XI, which is the sheeping on the back side. So all that would be connecting to your 2029, which is the flip side on the 26 or whatever. But either way, folks, we get the point, right? So we'll just end it here, because we're calling Elon Musk Tony Stark, and he's going into the vault, and this is that tomb, and where kind of things can be put on the old chopping block.